season-long journey follows a path to greatness. A destination. A dream. A quest for excellence. It's your time. A time to compete for a place in Nebraska sports history. Great moments are earned here. Play like a champion. Welcome to the NSAA State Football Championships on NET.
NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for the state championships. And this afternoon, we will crown a champion in Class C1 as two unbeaten square off. It's the Bluejays of Ashland-Greenwood taking on the Cardinals of Boone Central Newman Grove. And hello again, everybody. I'm Larry Putney, along with former Husker Damon Benny. Great to have you with us as Boone Central Newman Grove back in the state championship once again, looking for a state title. And both of these teams, Damon, with outstanding quarterbacks.
Yeah, if you like quarterback play, I think probably without question the best combo is found in this afternoon's game. And it starts with this guy right here, Bryce Kudemelka. He is talented. He's accounted for over 25 touchdowns in the air. He's got over almost 500 yards on the ground, and he's got some explosive weapons. It doesn't matter if it's Nicholson or Craven or even Schuster. It starts with Bryce Kudemelka, and when he gets out there on the edge, he is hard to contain. He puts the duel in dual threat.
Boone Central Newman Grove, not a bad one of their own in Missouri.
Yeah, anytime you're closing in on records held by one Scott Frost, you're probably pretty adept at the quarterback spot. And with total touchdowns, you're talking Wyatt Missouri. He is 23 apiece. He is as good on the air as he is on the ground. He's as good an athlete, maybe, as we'll see throughout all of the classes in terms of these state finals. So he's a talented quarterback. He's the guy that makes them go.
Two unbeaten teams. Should be a terrific matchup. For more on it, let's go down to the sideline. Here's Sean Callahan.
Hey, guys, you know, one of the better storylines, I think, today as well is Arnie Johnson, the longtime coach here at Boone Central Newman Grove in his 27th season, 197 wins. This will be Coach Johnson's final game as a head coach, announcing that this will be his final year. And earlier this season, they got over their arch nemesis, Norfolk Catholic, twice. And as we know, we've seen Norfolk Catholic plenty of times on NET in the state finals. To beat those guys twice, the team that beat them here in this very same championship game in 2012, that was the first hurdle. Now here they are against Ashland-Greenwood with a chance to send Coach Johnson out the right way with a championship.
All right, thanks very much, Sean. One of the good guys in coaching, Arnie Johnson, always amenable and great to talk to. Trying to lead his Boone Central Newman Grove to a state championship for the first time in school history. Of course, they were here in 2012. Their best finish was a runner-up that year back in 2012. Hey, reminder real quickly, you can catch today's game live on your computer or watch NET Sports anytime, anywhere. Just download the free NET Nebraska app. You can watch college player profiles, full-length episodes from Big Red Wrap-Up, live web streams. There's lots of content to check out. Just search for NET Nebraska at the App Store. Download it free at netnebraska.org/apps, or you can just watch us live. We are streaming live at netnebraska.org/sports. So how do these two teams get here? Well, Ashland-Greenwood finished the year at 12-0. Boone Central also at 12-0. BC&G, Newman Grove, the Cardinals, and the Bluejays. Let's take a look at the schedules and how they fared throughout the season. Ashland-Greenwood to start. Here's the Bluejays schedule. Started off with a win over Wahoo, and you look down the schedule, not many games that were too close, Damon.
No, they've done it in convincing fashion, and they're dynamic. I think we'll see right away, these guys can flat out run. They've got weapons galore. We mentioned Kudemelka,
yep.
but you got Craven, you got Schuster, you got Nicholson that he can hand the ball off to. They're dynamic on offense, and they get points in a hurry.
So that's a look at the schedule for the Ashland-Greenwood Bluejays, finishing the year at 12-0. Here is Boone Central Newman Grove, a very similar look to it in that they've won all games and very similar outcomes as well, all 2 touchdown plus games.
Yeah, that's the dynamic weapon at quarterback known as Wyatt Mazur.
And you can see they beat the perennial power Norfolk Catholic twice, once late in the regular season, 32-16, and then came back in a very close 6-point game, knocking them off in the quarterfinals, 23-17. Plenty of fans here from both of these schools. Good weather this afternoon here at Memorial Stadium. Terrific day for fall high school championship football.
Yeah, not bad at all. What do we got, about 48, 49 degrees? It doesn't appear to be a lot of wind on the field. I know the flags sometimes are misleading, as we found out last night.
It was a little chilly down there last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it dropped in a hurry.
Yeah. So fans on both sides ready to go, and it will be interesting, Damon. We've had 3 games of 4 that have been played in these state high school football championships that have just, frankly, been blowouts. They've all gone to the running clock. Here we get 2 teams, both undefeated, both 12-0, and you just wonder, is one of these teams that much better than the other, or are we going to see finally a competitive game?
Well, I tell you what, anytime you have as good a quarterbacks as we have in 2 very quarterback-driven offenses, you have a chance to have a competitive game.
Those 2 quarterbacks, as Damon told you off the top, Mazur and Kudamelka. Time now to go to the introductions of our championship teams, and for that, we go to Doc Weiniger.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Memorial Stadium and the 2014 Nebraska School Activity Association Football Championship Finals for today's Class C1 contest between the Ashland-Greenwood High School and Boone Central Newman Grove High School. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the introductions of the players and the coaches. First, for the Bluejays of Ashland-Greenwood. Number 2, Tyler Craven. Number 3, Ben Stilley. Number 4, Bryce Kudamelka. Number 5, Eric Kakuski. Number 6, Walker Fisher. Number 7, Corey Washburn. Number 9, Ryan Schuster. Number 14, Jacob Tihan. Number 20, Connor Adams. Number 21, Dawson Grell. Number 22, Austin McWilliams. Number 25, Brody Elliott. Number 34, Trevor Nicholson. Number 50, Willie Beard. Number 52, Brett Kittrell. Number 55, Luke Kraft. Number 56, Kalen Day. Number 57, Cole Ireland. Number 66, Alex DeGarmo. Number 74, Colin Rayburn. Number 75, Skylar Sherman. Number 88, Trevor Buznitz. The head coach for Ashland-Greenwood, Ryan Thompson. And now the rest of the Ashland-Greenwood high school players and coaches.
Ashland-Greenwood, the Blue Jays coming in at 12-0, a very impressive and athletic-looking team, led by the direction of Ryan Thompson in his 7th season overall. They were the runner-up in 2013, so we have the 2 teams here that were the runners-up in the last 2 state championship games. Boone Central Newman Grove, the runner-up in 2012. Ashland-Greenwood, the runner-up last year. And here's the team comparisons, very similar on both sides here.
They are. It's outside of the takeaways, real comparable. And this, I think this might be our best matchup of the bunch. Class B still withstanding. 2 talented teams that know one another tonight that we'll see.
Absolutely. Now for the introduction of the Cardinals from Boone Central Newman Grove, we go back to our public address announcer, Rich Broderson.
And now the introductions for the Cardinals of Boone Central, Newman Grove. Number 3, Justin Lee. Number 6, Scott Kettler. Number 7, Travis Kennedy. Number 8, Evan Strubing. Number 9, Parker Wallin. Number 10, Garrett Temmie. Number 18, Zach Glidden. Number 20, Wyatt Mazur. Number 21, Mark O'Brien. Number 25, Colton Pelster. Number 28, Joseph Brugger. Number 32, Keaton Henry. Number 38, Holt Mangus. Number 48, Matthew Brugger. Number 51, Justin Christensen. Number 52, Jacob Krings. Number 54, Noah Widener. Number 61, Brent Jansen. Number 62, Michael Lipker. Number 71, Kyle Mock. Number 73, Joe O'Brien. Number 75, Lane Cornwell. The head coach of the Cardinals, Arnie Johnson. And now the rest of the Boone Central Newman Grove high school players and coaches.
So there are the Cardinals of Boone Central Newman Grove. They too 12-0 on the year. And we are looking for an outstanding performance from that quarterback, Damon, as you said off the top. Wyatt Mazur, dual threat, better than 3,000 total yards, 46 total touchdowns. Just an outstanding year for Wyatt Mazur and the Cardinals. Let's take a look then at where these two teams, from where they come, Boone Central and Albion, so not too far from, northeast Nebraska up in the Siouxland area. Ashland-Greenwood just up I-80 from the capital city, between Omaha and Lincoln, right along the interstate. So Ashland-Greenwood, Boone Central, Newman Grove, set to do battle here in this C1 state championship. How do they get here? What do the brackets look like? We'll take a look. Ashland-Greenwood with wins over GICC and Cozad to make the championship game, and then it was Boone Central Newman Grove knocking off Norfolk Catholic and Kearney Catholic 34-7 in the semis. Back to Rich Broderson, our public address announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your hats to honor America? Please welcome the Do Re Mingos of Lincoln Southeast High School, directed by Miss Melissa Noonan, as they sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight toward the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, land of the free, and the home of the brave?
The Do Re Migos with our national anthem, getting ready to kick things off here in Class C1, the state championship on the line. Two unbeatens will battle it out right here at Memorial Stadium.
if you stay long enough, if you put yourself in the right place, your head, heart, and soul align, everything slows down. And even though you're on vacation, for the first time and you can't remember when, you feel at home. Wouldn't that be nice?
When you've been around for more than a century, you understand the power of generations, the value of nurturing and developing those who will carry on the legacy of agriculture and food production. That's why the Aurora Cooperative helps young people gain the experience, expertise, and wisdom to feed the world, be good stewards, become responsible community leaders, and continue setting the example for the generations that follow. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association, providing opportunities in over 25 activities in 304 high schools across the state of Nebraska. We are the other half of education.
Back at Memorial Stadium, not a bad afternoon for football. 45 clear skies, and we just got a breeze at about 3 miles an hour. Terrific weather. Our officials for this C1 championship game: Dan Walker is our referee, the umpire Steve Cords, George Finley of Hickman is the linesman, the line judge is Wade Finley, and the back judge is Shane Smith. And as always, our red hat is Rick Stromer. There are our officials for this Class C1 state championship game. Ready to go here. It was Boone Central Newman Grove that won the toss. They deferred. Ashland-Greenwood will receive to start the game. So in there to kick it away is Derek Gentrup, the 6-foot junior for the Cardinals of Newman Grove. Back deep to receive, Dawson Grell and Corey Washburn of Ashland-Greenwood. And the ball fell off the tee, and he kicked it anyway, and we do have a whistle as that ball slid off the tee right before the kick.
I tell you what, that's pretty talented. Don't try that at home.
I get hurt.
Kramer's got nothing on Lucy. Charlie Brown, for that matter.
Absolutely. So we'll tee it back up, and Gentrup will try it again.
Should be a fairly even matchup, at least on paper, when you try to look at like opponents. Watch a little bit of both teams on huddle. They fairly comparable in terms of talent.
And check that, it's Kyle Kramer kicking off.
Ashland-Greenwood might be a little bit more fleet of foot. Now we'll see if they play that way today.
So here goes Kyle Kramer, finger on the ball, and we are underwell. Grell and Washburn deep. It'll be taken at about the 5, out past the 25. And Grell is wrapped up. And Ashland-Greenwood's offense will take over from the 26-yard line. So here we'll get our first look at Bryce Kudamelka. Kudamelka, 6 foot, 180-pound senior, number 4 there, the quarterback leading the way for these Blue Jays, undefeated on the year. He too has some impressive numbers. 1,400 passing, almost 500 rushing, 32 touchdowns on the year. In the backfield with him, Schuster at fullback, Nicholson is the I-back. The give here to Nicholson.
You already see the defensive line splits, a little bit unique for what Boone Central likes to do, lining up with almost 2 nose guards, as they'll sometimes flank the center.
Here are the impact players. Nicholson, the running back, 1,800 plus yards on the season. Kudamelka at quarterback, and for Boone Central, watch Colton Pelster from that middle linebacker spot. He has 92 tackles on the season.
No problem playing downhill either. He will find run fits.
And again to the fullback. Good stop in the middle there. Lipker was in there along with Krings. Lipker with 70 tackles on the season. 3rd down and 4 for the Blue Jays. There's Ryan Thompson, head coach of Ashland-Greenwood. Thompson in his 7th season.
Little trips open formation.
They give to Dawson Grell, and Grell nowhere to go as they spread that out and shut it down. 3 and out of the first possession for the Blue Jays.
Heck of a play by Mangus too, because if that corner, I tell you what, if Grell can turn the corner, he's in business.
Got off the block and made the play.
Yeah, and you can see behind him in that camera angle, nothing but real estate behind him.
Stilly in to kick it away. Mazur and Glidden are deep. Ball is short. It will take a Newman Grove, a Boone Central Newman Grove roll, and the Cardinals will have it in Blue Jay territory to start the game.
Now, if you're Ashland-Greenwood, be careful with what would almost acts like sudden change. A 3 and out in very good field position and a dynamic quarterback.
And there he is, dynamic quarterback in Wyatt Mazur. 3,000 plus total yards for Mazur. Bruger in there at the running back spot. Mazur will keep it around that right side, and Mazur leans forward. A gain of about 4 on first down. Impact players offensively for the Cardinals of Boone Central Newman Grove, Travis Kennedy and Wyatt Mazur. You see his impressive numbers. Ashland-Greenwood, keep an eye on Tyler Craven. Craven with 90 tackles on the season, 6 interceptions. And he will come downhill from that free safety spot to support on the run. Flag on the play.
Dead ball, false start, offense, still second down.
There's Arnie Johnson, 27 years at Boone Central Newman Grove, and you see right there on the graphic his final game as a head coach. What a way to go out. You come down to Memorial Stadium, your team undefeated, playing for a state championship.
Coming off a Shrine Bowl coaching stint as well.
Right, Mazur's got some room. Mazur to the outside, the stiff arm still on his feet. Good cutback by Mazur inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line of the carry by Wyatt Mazur.
Yeah, don't let the 20 fool you and be misled. He's every bit of like a running back, and actually makes you play 11 on 11. When you have a quarterback that has almost 1,400 rushing yards, when he's thrown for 1,700, you better be good from the safety spot and fitting in the run game.
35 yards on the carry for Mazur. Ball at the 12. They'll give up the middle. That's Bruger, Joseph Bruger on the carry.
Well, I tell you, that number 9, Ryan Schuster, that's a name I think we'll hear called a lot. He comes from some very good stock, and he's a good football player.
Dad played at Nebraska.
Built like his daddy.
Yes, he is. Dad was a fullback and a tough one. We'll check that last carry by the fullback Colton Pester. So Pester in the backfield along with Bruger. Second down and 8 after a gain of 2. Give to Bruger, slips 1 tackle, still on his feet, down near the 6-yard line.
Another tackle right there for Schuster. Really adept at using his hands. He's pretty instinctive for a Mike. He's playing in that 3-3, kind of that hybrid. He's a good football player, pretty complete as well.
Third down and 6. Ball at the 8, first down at the 2nd. Man open to the end zone, throws in there, caught Touchdown! Boone Central Newman Grove, Zach Glidden on the catch.
He's kind of the X factor, too, for Boone Central as we take a look at the replay. A little counter boot action. You got two guys wide open. He decides to find Glidden. Glidden is very good defensively and offensively. Sneaky stats. Doesn't jump out at you with impressive offensive numbers, but usually presents a matchup problem for most of the DBs that they'll see. Boone Central, it's a long, rangy secondary when they're on defense, and equally as long when they're on offense.
Kramer in there for the point after attempt. Kick is away, and it is good. So striking first, the pass from Mazur to Zach Glidden. And the Cardinals on the board.
You can see how much pressure Mazur puts on you. If you try to set the edge, if you're that flat defender and pull the quarterback up, you got the drag route running behind you. He just puts you in quite a bit of conflict when he can get out there on the edge.
Let's take a look at last year's Class C1 state championship. The Cozad Haymakers took on the Ashland-Greenwood Bluejays in last year's Class C1 state championship game at Memorial Stadium. The Haymakers put on a show with their front line, opening up major holes for their running backs on offense and stopping the Bluejays drive after drive on defense. Cozad tailback Jake Paulson ran for 198 yards, including a 66-yard touchdown in the first quarter and a 19-yard touchdown reception in the second. And touchdown! The Haymaker defense was dominant in the second and held Ashland-Greenwood to just 41 yards rushing and recorded 2 tackles for losses, 3 interceptions, 6 pass breakups, and a blocked punt. And the block! Blue Jay quarterback Gunnar Garner tried to get his offense going with 3 touchdown passes in the second half, but in the end, it was 47-21 Cozad, and the Haymakers win their second state championship. And so Ashland-Greenwood back down here once again, trying to win the state championship, looking for the school's first ever, as is Boone Central Newman Grove. They were the runners-up in 2012. Let's go down to the field to Sean.
Guys, this is going to be a real interesting drive for Ashland-Greenwood because really when you look at their team this year, they have not been down much. And you go back to last year's state title game, the way Cozad blew them out. If you're Ashland-Greenwood, you want to do something here, at least get some field position, do something to get some momentum. Because as we know, we've watched a lot of games in the stadium. The teams that start slow have not done very well. So this is a big drive for Ashland, I think, to get some momentum going.
Dawson Green on the return, out near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good returns by Grell.
Yeah, he's a talented runner. He had there's 2 running lanes there too. He could have gone left or right. Real good job setting up the kick return game. Trying to quell a little bit of that early momentum that Boone Central was able to garner. If you're Ashland-Greenwood, you're not panicking though. You're pretty electric and or dynamic on offense. A 1-score deficit isn't too much for these guys. Big splits by that offensive line.
Kudamelka in the gun. Kudamelka will keep it around that left side. Gain of 4 for Kudamelka.
Real interesting matchup out there on the edge with left tackle DeGarmo. Struggled a little bit in the first series, blocking guys in space. You saw Glidden get off the block and make a play on 3rd down on the last drive. It's going to be a key cog when you have such a good perimeter run game like Ashland does.
Goes to the air, finds the receiver in Washburn, and Corey Washburn with the reception, his 20th catch of the year.
Kudamelka is not short on weapons. We talked about him in the pregame.
16 yards on the reception.
See that rangy, long secondary for Boone Central. Interesting, it's kind of an understated dynamic that they bring to the table. They're long back there. Not afraid to play man either. And
goes up top, got a man out there, floats it out. Tyler Craven, the intended receiver, just over his head.
Yeah, he can run. And when he's on the opposite side of that trips open, he's going to get a lot of man-to-man coverage if you're going to keep a one-high safety between the hashes. He won immediately on the line of scrimmage. Kudamelka just couldn't find him.
Second down and 10.
Tested.
There's Kudamelka. Schuster at fullback. Nicholson, the running back. The ball on the ground and fouled on by the Cardinals. Boone Central Newman Grove comes away with the turnover.
Boy, miscommunication from the onset. Offensive coordinator really having a hard time conveying the signal. And that's tough. If you're Kudamelka, if that running back gets extended over your front foot, you've probably got to keep that. That's not a give once he's past that lead leg if you're the quarterback.
Brent Jansen jumps on the recovery for the Cardinals. So now golden opportunity here for Missouri and the Cardinal offense. Give is to Bruger. Bruger picks up 2 or 3 on first down.
Good toughness at the point of the attack. That's the second time today between our 2 football games that we've seen good old-fashioned Maryland high. But Ashland-Greenwood up to the task at the point of attack and taking on lead blockers.
Second down and 7. Missouri in the gun, the quick toss. It was flipped to Backus, and Backus with a gain of 2 or 3. That'll bring up third down and about 5.
Seeing a strength against strength right there. If you're Boone Central, you probably want to get north and south against these guys. Ashland-Greenwood can flat out run. They're going to be hard to get outside of in terms of sweep.
So they'll call it third down and 6 for the Cardinal. Missouri will roll to his right, look downfield, finds his man, Kennedy with the catch. Travis Kennedy on the out, and what a great toss by Wyatt Missouri, and you really see that dual threat capability.
Yeah, they like him on the sprint out to give him the run pass option, and the ball was delivered on time. Plets his feet, good shoulder delivery. Nice route too, snapped him off on the little mini comeback.
13-yard completion. Good enough for a first down.
Can't stress it enough, just long, angular bodies out there for Boone Central.
Missouri keeps it himself. Missouri cuts back. Still on his feet, dragging the tackler inside the 20. On a gain of 16 yards on first down for Wyatt Missouri.
Doesn't carry it like a quarterback, does he?
Oh, he doesn't.
Unless your name is Cam Newton or Nick Rogers, or Nick Marshall, excuse me. Look at him switch hands. Then drag ball carriers. That's 8 yards after contact. What quarterback doesn't like good yak yards?
That's right. Efficient afternoon for Missouri, 3 for 3. And he's rushed now for 55 yards. Back to pass again. Nothing there, and here's where he becomes dangerous. Breaks it down, flips it into the end zone, got his man. Touchdown, Travis Kennedy. 2-touchdown lead for the Cardinals.
Just a good athlete making a play. When we talked about it, he puts a ton of pressure on you on the edges. You want to come up and stop him. You're thinking, who's got flush? Who's got quarterback contained? You check the backfield, and all of a sudden the ball is over your head. Watch him extend the play. Looks left, buys himself some time. Not the greatest ball technique in the world, but how about this throw? Easy pitch and catch. Just keep mental note. Long and angular. Those are the guys he's throwing to.
Kramer in there for the point after attempt. That looks like it's a bit wide, so it'll be 13-0. Boone Central Newman Grove.
Now Sean's reference to Psyche and getting a little bit better start is now rearing its ugly head.
Yeah. One more look at that touchdown pass.
You've seen this before if you're Ashland-Greenwood. Almost a year ago to the day.
That's right. Let's go down to the field.
Damon, I think you can prepare for a guy like Wyatt Mazur, but you really can't prepare for him because who in practice is going to make that play, make that throw? And I think when you see him live for the first time in this type of situation, I think it opens your eyes. I'm sure on this Ashland-Greenwood sideline right now, they're like, wow, we weren't ready for this.
Trust me, and Sean is exactly right, because when you see a guy like Mazur, there's no longer, he's eliminated one position. There is no longer a free safety. You are not free. You are committed to the 11th player on the offensive side of the ball, and now everybody's accounted for. And when it's 11 on 11, it's all about matchups. You have lost your +1 advantage.
I would love you to be part of our conversation during this Class C1 state championship game. You can do that by connecting with us on Facebook and Twitter. Just add a comment on our page or catch up on the latest Nebraska sports information. Be sure to like us at NET Sports and also Big Red Wrap-Up. And if you leave a post on our page, we'll use those posts throughout today's Class C1 championship game. So you might just see your post right here on air. 13-0 here. 4 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Good return back up the middle out to the 35. Return by Trevor Nicholson.
They might have to get that young man going. Get a little help in the run game. Kind of calm the nerves here a little bit. Got to keep things from snowballing early. Boone Central is built to play with leads. You don't want it to get too big too early.
So let's see if the Blue Jays can answer. Kudamelka in there at quarterback. Schuster the fullback. Nicholson at the I-back. Quick toss out into the flat. Wide open for Washburn. That's his second catch of the afternoon.
See, I think that's the strength of this matchup. The good secondary from Boone Central Newman Grove, and then the speedy wideouts in the nice passing game from Ashland-Greenwood. Took advantage of a little bit of a misalignment. Uncovered receiver right there.
Toss to Nicholson. Looks for the edge. Goes hard into contact, but we have a flag on the play. Would have been enough for a first down. We'll check the flag, and it looks like a hold.
Might be on Washburn. He was out there on the perimeter, and I don't know about that one. Sometimes when you get a DB, I think that was Backus who kind of turned his back a little bit to fit in the run game. I don't know about that.
Huh. All right.
Holding. Offense. Replay second down. 10-yard penalty.
We've seen worse.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
We've seen worse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he said, I didn't call it. Sorry, it wasn't me that called it.
Coach Thompson's thinking, that wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah. So now behind the down and distance, second down and 10.
Check with me is on the sideline.
Kudamelka keeps on the option, pitches it outside. Great timing on the option. And the carry by Nicholson, enough for a first down, 11 yards on the carry.
Boy, smooth as Malanta right there dealing on the edge. Watch Kudamelka, the nice pitch. Attack the outside angle and the delivery on the fly. Making the U.S. Postal Service a little jealous right there. Nice delivery on the pitch. That's the guy we said they had to probably get involved, and he's starting on this drive right on cue. Nicholson's got to get his touches.
You crossing those off as we go? My Lanta and post office, you got that list over there?
No.
Okay. On the dive out near midfield. Good 4-yard carry.
It's amazing how It's like milk. You know how it does your body good?
Oh, here it goes.
No, that's like a good run game.
Okay.
A good run game will do your body good. It calms your nerves, and it allows you to settle into a rhythm. You build confidence amongst your biggins up front, too. It's a soul snatcher. You know, if you can't stop the run, it has a way of wearing them.
Yeah,
we saw that in our first game.
We did. 2nd down and 6, a gain of 4 on the carry. Bluejays now back to throw, going down for Washburn. No flag. It was a clear grab there on Washburn. Wow.
Glidden got away with one. It won't be confused with the paint. That one was, we got away with one right there. Washburn kind of shakes his head a little bit.
So no flag thrown. Washburn had beat his man, and the man just reached out and grabbed him.
It's one of those, if you're Coach Johnson, you keep your composure, keep playing. Coach Thompson, excuse me.
Toss outside, he's got the corner. And up for a 1st down, tries to stay in bounds, and he does.
So he's the equalizer. You know, right on cue. And I remember when they started this drive, I thought he might have stepped out early, but I tell you what, they get him going. Then you can sprinkle in some Schuster and keep the middle soft. You get Kudlamelka out there on the edge. Oh, look at that tight rope
tiptoeing,
job.
huh? 31-yard gain inside the 20 on the carry by Trevor Nicholson. And now the Blue Jays showing some life right about the time they needed it.
Keep an eye on Craven. This is usually where he makes a statement here inside the red zone.
Hole wide open, and Nicholson pounds through it down to the 10-yard line.
It's like a whole new team. You know, once you get the inside run game going, it's like the world opens up to you.
Get out of the field to Sean.
Guys, we've seen this Ashland-Greenwood offense really liven up once they got that first down. They're going no huddle, up tempo. Robert Berry, a former Husker tight end, is the guy on the field signaling into plays to the guys, and they've really fed off this tempo, and it's a whole different looking offense here ever since they've gone to this no huddle look.
Good play by the middle backer, Colton Pelster, to shut down the quick give to Ryan Schuster.
Hey, does anything say Mike, linebacker, like the name Colton Pelster?
Yeah.
He's got the old school cowboy collar.
He's going to pelt a few guys. I don't think there's any question about that.
Stuffed in that face mask. He just looks like a runner hitter.
So 3rd down and 3 after a loss of about 1. Again to Nicholson. He's stuck to the tackle, and he's got room. Touchdown! Blue Jays.
He's the man right now. He must have heard us saying good things about getting him going, because he took that drive over in the bigs up front. And notice how right-handed Ashland is now. It almost is a little bit like split zone action. You see the cutback. Well, you think Kudlamelka knew that was 6?
Absolutely. So now in for the PAT is Ben Stilley. Got a hand on it, but it went through. So the extra point good by Ben Stilley, and what an impressive drive for the running back, Trevor Nicholson.
Yeah, 4 plays, 4 carries, 63 yards. I'm pretty sure those are what we call chunk plays.
Right. And boy, is that what Ashland-Greenwood needed at that point. They had gone down 2 touchdowns, had the turnover. Cardinals took it the length of the field after the turnover and scored.
And how easy do you think it is for Ashland-Greenwood to keep their composure, knowing that they had last year to build off of on how not to handle a slow start?
Right.
Sometimes you have to know how to lose before you can learn how to win. Look no further than Omaha North High Vikings for that one.
Well, both of these teams have certainly been there in the last 2 years.
Now you have to be careful about giving this guy his touches in special teams. I believe he's got 2 returns for touchdowns.
So Ben Stilley in there to kick it deep. Wyatt Mazur.
I don't think he's going to get a chance at this one.
Little squib, lands short at the 30, picked up by Zach Glidden. Glidden at the 35, and he'll be piled up right there. And they'll take that all day long if you're the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that definitely beats the alternative.
Yep.
As you blink, and Mazur is the type of guy that can crease you. Hope Mangus got his knee out of there, number 38. It looked like it was a little bit pinned. Gets off the field okay.
Time ticking away here in quarter number 1, 1st and 10. Mazur keeps. Mazur, stiff arm, and he's got room. And Mazur is going to go. Touchdown, Wyatt Mazur.
Well done. You talk about a well-conceived play design. Watch him show the little counter action, the bobble of the snap. You get the nice quick set pull, and it's Katie barred the door. You talk about see the crease, be the crease. You got an unblocked defender. You got to make that play. But Mazur, it's kind of what Sean alluded to. Film says one thing.
Yeah.
Game speed says another.
65 yards on the touchdown run for Wyatt Mazur. And the scary thing there is one of the better tacklers for Ashland-Greenwood had the chance on him, and Mazur just stiff-armed him to the ground.
Yeah, there's tempo.
They'll go for 2. Rolling to the right here. Flip across late, and 2-point conversion good.
Who says you can't throw late back over the middle?
That's right.
They didn't get the memo.
One more look. Kennedy back across the field and complete to Henry. Keaton Henry on the 2-point conversion.
Kind of makes you wonder how successful the guys are that write these books. You know, if they're writing books over what you should and shouldn't do, what are those guys doing these days? Late over the middle. 2-point conversion.
It works occasionally.
Boy, Mazur is electric. I mean, he plays with real good tempo. I think he bobbled the snap. Not a problem for that young man.
Being looked at by some Division I schools.
Guy down there, much like myself, taking a part of No Shave November. Be boycotting his barber like myself.
Hey, how about this? What if Mazur, who was being recruited by USD, ended up headed that way with a couple of pretty good Omaha North players that headed that way?
Yeah, you're not kidding. One Calvin Strong and Devlon Whitcomb.
Yeah.
Well, how good was Whitcomb last night?
Oh my gosh.
He's a man.
He's a big boy. And you don't see him all the time, but when you do, I mean, you know.
All right, can we answer here if you're an Ashland-Greenwood fan?
As they get ready to kick it away, let's go down to Sean.
I watch Wyatt Mazur. I see a little Jimmy Forsythe in him, your former quarterback at Burke, just an all-purpose guy. You just wonder where he fits at that next level. Obviously not a quarterback for most systems. Is he a slot guy? Could he be a nickel corner? You just wonder where he'll project, and I think that's probably what a lot of colleges at that FCS even type of level are trying to figure out where he fits best.
Well, I tell you what, that's an outstanding reference. I remember Jimmy Forsythe, Mr. Toughness, probably a guy that played a key cog in turning a program around.
Free kick
at
out
Omaha
of
Burke.
On the kicking team.
Now doing real good work as a starter at the cornerback spot for the South Dakota State Jackrabbits.
Right.
They got a pair of Burke Bulldogs starting at corner for them. Trey Carr and Jimmy Forsythe. 120th and Dodge Street tandem.
First down and 10. They'll take the ball at the 35 after the kick out of bounds. 16 seconds to go here in a very active and exciting quarter number 1 in the Class C1 state championship game. Out to Washburn again, who's uncovered, and Washburn still on his feet, breaking a couple of tackles out near midfield on the catch and run by Washburn.
All right, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You got to get lined up correctly. if you're Boone Central. He is uncovered, the safety too deep, giving too much ground, or the number 2 defender has to widen. One of the two things has to happen, or they'll continue to steal. It's here again for the taking if they'd like it.
And that will be the end of the first. But what an exciting first quarter it was. Boone Central Newman Grove on the strength of Wyatt Mazur leads it 21-7.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Coverage of the 2014 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, Education Quest, the Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. 12 minutes gone in this C1 state championship game, 21-7. Cardinals over the Bluejays. And now it's Ashland-Greenwood's turn to answer. And there are the last 3 drives for the Blue Jay offense. 3 and out, 4 and fumble, and then the 8-play, 65-yard drive led by Trevor Nicholson that put him on the board. So now out of the shotgun, here's Kudamelka. Kudamelka has some room around that left side.
Okay, you can already see, I don't know if our viewers can see it at home, Boone Central is in a little bit of a dilemma given that formation with those big splits, because they've got edge run game to the field right now because you're short a defender with the safety rolled back so deep. But if you come to the short side of the field with back to you, that one high safety is in a bind. Boone Central's going to have to win individual matchups up front. It's a great shot of it right there.
Kudamelka keeps it again, and not much there that time. Stacked up at the line. Once again, it's Colton Pelster there along with Brent Jansen.
The Jansen's playing well early. I like his game. He's got good violent hands at the point of attack. Keeps guys off his body. Plays with good leverage. Gets down the line of scrimmage. Finishes the deal.
Travis Kennedy in there as well. 3rd down here. Give to Nicholson. He slips through and has enough for the first down.
Well, I tell you what, if you like football, find number 9. Just good old-fashioned ISO. Look at this. Stone job.
Wow.
Goodness. I think he got that from his daddy.
Daddy blocked a little bit like that too, didn't he? Had the big neck roll, didn't he?
Yeah, similar frames, both bottom heavy, and bring some lumber.
Under pressure, Kudamelka in trouble, slips away, still under pressure, trying to get rid of it, and fumble. Ball's on the ground and recovered by the Cardinals. 2nd turnover of the game by the Blue Jays.
Guess who comes up with the recovery? Jansen. Well, he's relentless. You know, guys just flash on film when you watch him play.
Is that his second fumble recovery?
He's got a good motor.
First man there was Keaton Henry.
Get him clean it up.
Mangus there, and then ball pops out. So 2 fumbles here for the Blue Jays in this first half. The first one led to Cardinal points. Timeout. I think they were getting very close to that play clock, and the timeout called by the Cardinals. So Boone Central Newman Grove. There's a look at the numbers for Wyatt Mazur here in this first quarter. An impressive opening 12 minutes. It was about a yard a minute.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
121 yards rushing. What took him so long?
It was with 10 yards. Not strong enough. Well, tomorrow on NET, Big Red Wrap-Up moves to a special time due to the high school football championships. You can join Kevin Kugler, Adrian Fiala as they preview last Saturday's Minnesota-Nebraska matchup. Hear from special guests as they look ahead to Iowa on Friday. You don't want to miss it. Big Red Wrap-Up at a special time. That's tomorrow night, 7 Central on NET1. We've been reviewing that game for the last 2 days, haven't we, David?
Yes, we have. We got to find a way to get a stop here if you're Ashland-Greenwood. Again, Boone Central's offense is built to play with leads.
So they take over in Ashland-Greenwood territory, first down and 10. Mazur keeps again. Leans forward and a gain of 5. Even when it looks like he's bottled up, he suddenly has 5, and they're going to the hurry-up offense. Right back at the line are the Cardinals.
And how often conceptually is your free defender not better than their ball carrier?
2 seconds have gone off the play clock, and they snap that throw deep downfield, and a nice job tipped away by defensive back Corey Washburn. Washburn stride for stride with the intended receiver Derek Gentry.
It's a heck of a play to make on Kramer, who goes 6'4".
Got the Blue Jays to jump.
It's a tough matchup for Washburn out there if they choose to get that ball above his head. I think Washburn's going about 5'9 and a half, 5'10.
Dead ball.
Big wideouts.
Freshman. White. 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
If I'm not mistaken, it's Washburn's father who does the play-by-play for Ashland-Greenwood. He's an old broadcasting student at the University of Nebraska.
You guys running small circles?
Classmate, yep. Graduated from the U together. Good guy, old Timmy Washburn. Our kids are now out here. Crazy how old we get, isn't it?
That counter was deadly.
Oh my gosh, Mazur gone again.
You just kind of have to envision this in your mind. If I'm the free defender, that offense is built to get you one-on-one. Are you as a defender better? Again, you see the good counteraction, the nice pull, and then he just creases you.
Untouched goes Mazur, 35 yards. And Boone Central Newman Grove threatening to run away with this, 27-7, about to make it a 3-touchdown lead. Well, it already is, 3-touchdown and extra point lead. Kramer with the PAT knocks it through, and it is a 28-7 lead for the Cardinals.
I think Ashland is going to have to maybe think about playing man-to-man and lose the safety concept and bring him down into the box. You got a +1 Mazur. You can't go mano-a-mano with your defender and him at Q. He's like a tailback.
Well, time now for our NSAA championship trivia. If you are the first person to email the correct answer to sports@netnebraska.org, which means right now you should be typing that in your address, netnebraska.org. If you're the first one to answer, you will win this NET Sports Championship t-shirt, size XL. The trivia question is, what school has won 9 C1 state football championships? 9 in Class C1. First correct email to sports@netnebraska.org wins that NET championship t-shirt. Remember, just one winner per household during these 2014 championships.
So how many dummy accounts do you have via that email, LP?
3 or 4 different aliases. So the Cardinal ready to kick it away. It's been a very successful afternoon already for Boone Central Newman Grove. Wyatt Mazur's already rushed for 160 yards on 6 carries.
Yeah.
26.7 yards per carry for Wyatt Mazur. The kick goes deep. It'll be taken right at the 10-yard line. Brought back by Washburn. Here go the Blue Jays to take over. Desperately need to get very similar position than they were just 2 possessions ago. Down at that time 13-0, needed to drive, needed to get back into the game, and here they are down 28-7 and needing a similar outcome. Bryce Kudemelka at quarterback. There's Nicholson. You get the feeling that the Blue Jays can kind of methodically pound out a drive against this Cardinal defense, but they have to avoid the turnovers. They've had 2 of those here in the first half, and they have to find a way to shut down Mazur because he's scoring every time he touches the ball.
Yeah, the latter is probably the bigger problem.
Yep.
When you're chasing a deficit and you can't get stops.
Nicholson again.
The Cardinals send for a tailback. You cannot cut across a defender's face. Typically a recipe for disaster.
So 3rd down and 4. They look to the sideline to get the play. Tries to kick it to the outside, but great support out there. The play made by Hunter Bruger.
Again, almost just what we talked about. Bouncing, playing across a defender's face gives him the advantage.
Check that, Joseph Bruger. So back deep goes Wyatt Mazur. In there to kick it away is Ben Stilley. On 4th down and 4. Stilley gets it away. A wobbly punt. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line. 15-yard punt.
Right now, if you're Ashland-Greenwood, the fire hose right now is at a steady run right now. If you don't want this thing to gush, you better find a way to turn the nozzle off on this drive. Look at this. I mean, it's concept right now. It is quarterback counter.
First down and 10 from the 49. Mazur again. Cut back Look at Missouri go, just dipping through and around tacklers. A gain of 23 yards for Missouri.
He just forces you to be accountable for every run fit. He can get you on the play side crease. He's got the give to the tailback. We've seen it with the cutback. He's literally a running back playing quarterback. And people might say, hey, you know what, Schuster, you got to make that play. Schuster knows his run fit. He's got the backside cutback. That's not his play to make. It's tough when you have a quarterback that's that good and you got a two-way go.
First down and 10, ball at the 27. Missouri drop flag on the play.
Nothing else that gives Missouri a breather.
Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan.
It's even a penalty like this setting them back 5 yards. If you're Ashland-Greenwood, you have to use something like this for momentum because you just have not been able to get Boone Central Newman Grove behind the chains at all today where you put any kind of pressure on Missouri and you know, you would hope that these are little small steps, but right now, as Damon said, it's danger zone, and I don't think any of us would have thought this game, two undefeated teams that have dominated all year would go in this direction this fast.
Especially when you have as good an offense as Ashland-Greenwood does.
Yep.
I mean, they're explosive, and they've been held to a standstill. Now, the turnovers haven't helped, but they can't get a stop either. Now it's another numbers game. You have 7 in the box for 7 in the box. Now you have 6 in the box.
Quick toss out. Spinning and inside the 25 down to about the 24 goes Travis Kennedy. Check that. That was, Travis Kennedy. It was number 6, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Kettler on the catch, yep.
They're going to get up the field.
Second down and 7 down for the Cardinals.
See Ashland content to play in the too high here.
Big toss, now rolling to his left. Got some room, looking for the corner. Flag on the play, and
somebody grabbed DeGarmo from behind and kind of spun him around. I think they'll get the holding call. Again, play was well designed. Keaton Henry was wide open. Missouri pulled it down and wanted to run with it, and hey, when you're averaging half a mile a carry, why not?
Holding, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
so that'll bring up second down and 19 now. Blue Jays have found the recipe for slowing down this Cardinal offense.
Can't bank on penalties, though. Got to find a way to get a stop.
Missouri complete. Keaton Henry with the catch and the carry.
He looks like a big kid from up here, doesn't he? They got him listed, they got him listed at 220. He looks every bit of it. Look at him, slips out into the flat. Well done on a little play action. Grill's like, hey, I can slow him up. I need to get by with a little help from my friends. All of a sudden you look up and it's third and manageable.
Wow. 3rd and 7. Missouri keeps it.
It's a nice run fit right there, because I tell you what, if if Kudla-Milka doesn't make that play, you saw the 3 big hog mollies that had gotten ready to carve out some real estate for Missouri to hide behind. Great play right there by Kudla-Milka.
Fourth down and 5, and the Cardinals will go. Missouri in the backfield along with Brugger. Did he catch it? At the 15, will they say he got it or did it hit the ground? Incomplete, says the official.
See, that's a good job by the side judge right there. You saw him mouth. He said, "That's your call." He didn't like his vantage point. It looks like a catch.
That was a catch.
But the side judge originally ruled it complete.
Yeah.
But he mouthed to the back judge, "That's your call." I think he felt like he had a better look at it. That looked like a catch.
That was complete. Let's go down to the field to Sean.
Yeah, there was Arnie Johnson, the staff, furious on that call by the officials, and the official talking to him right now said, no, he had the better view. He made the call. He had the angle that I didn't have, and that's why they chose to go with his call on the field here.
Quick toss out to Washburn.
Those aren't instant replays. That's concept right there where they're throwing the little quick look in just by sheer alignment alone. Boone Central a little reluctant to bring that safety out of the half. Now that you'll see him flip it over and run it to the field the other way. Oh, there they go.
The trips to the top. Give to Schuster. Schuster leans forward, tries to cross the 33 to pick up the first down. It looks like he has enough for the first.
Now, if the guys in the box, if they see this, what Boone Central has now done is they are now giving a man look to the trip side. So now, in theory, your run game weak or away from the 3 receiver side should come into play. It's what Boone Central didn't want to do when they were giving up those quick look-ins to the slot.
First and 10 after the first down by Schuster. Option to the left, kept by Kudla-Milka, and Kudla-Milka is met by those backers for Boone Central Newman Grove, led by Keaton Henry.
Well, he is a load. You list him at 220?
I got 6'2", 220.
He looks like a hammer.
Little confusion in the backfield. Dropping back to pass, only has one man out the pattern, and he was triple teamed.
Give you one guess at who that was. Yeah. Just take one. Just take a stab at it. Oh, that's right.
There he is.
You said it was Jansen?
That's right.
Good call. Running it down from the backside. He's relentless. Look at him use his hands. He's posting. Fighting, fighting, fighting. Look at the closing speed. What was that, Semisonic? Closing time? Do you used to sing that song? Closing time. Well done.
Turn all of the lights off. 28-7. Boone Central Newman Grove. A timeout called by the Bluejays. So on 3rd down and 13. Ryan Thompson takes the timeout.
Interesting call here. You have to be somewhat aggressive because Boone Central Newman Grove still has 2 timeouts. And so you know, conventional wisdom says, hey, you know what, we might run the ball, let the clock run a little bit. Boone Central could easily call a timeout, still have good field position, but you don't want to do anything too high risk, high reward, because you don't want to give up a turnover where you are in the field right now.
Well, this Sunday on NET television, take a science trip above Nebraska to see some stunning aerial views in the NET production of Nebraska Land and Sky. You will fly along as we uncover Nebraska's very diverse and really magnificent landscape. It's Nebraska Land and Sky. It airs Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Central on NET1. Quite an afternoon. About halfway through this C1 championship for that young man. Wyatt Mazur, 186 yards total rushing. 6 of 8 through the air for 59 yards and a couple touchdowns.
Same principle. Trips open. They're manning it up with one safety over the top.
Over the middle. Incomplete. Zach Glidden stepped right in front of it, had an opportunity for the pick, but instead incomplete on 3rd and 13. That'll bring up 4th down, and on comes the punting unit for the Blue Jays.
You got Washburn working one-on-one. He can win again with this route. Pretty good job by Glidden because he's singled up out there and a lot of real estate to cover. Good break by a guy that's pretty long. Well, Glidden goes 6'5".
Mazur and Glidden now deep. The punt by Stilley. A driving kick. Glidden will take it at about the 28. Glidden spins out of 1. Return of 11 yards out to the 39-yard line. And with less than 3 minutes to play here before half, the Cardinals with another opportunity offensively.
Yeah, between Glidden and Kramer, they go 6'4", 6'5" apiece. A lot of length outside the numbers. They've got Henry out here on the edge. Look for sweep.
Mazur will keep, tucks it up in the middle. Mazur drugged down, and we've got a flag late. Did not come in typically where you'd see a hold, but maybe a face mask.
Yeah, good call right there.
Yep, personal foul, face mask against the Blue Jays.
Now all of a sudden 2:52 looks like an eternity. You're going to let Boone Central get on the other half of the 50.
Face mask. Defense. First down.
With the potential for chunk plays running rampant.
Yep.
2:52 on the 40 when you appear to be playing uphill for Ashland-Greenwood.
Both times the Cardinals have been in a state championship game, they've lost to Norfolk Catholic. 2004, 2012. Mazur on the carry again, a gain of 5 down to the 35. That'll bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Cards.
A real sneaky hidden yardage right there. Boy, Jacob Craig's doing a good job up front for Boone Central. He's winning up front. So, well, this offensive line for Boone Central Newman Grove is well coached.
Mazur keeps it on the right side, has the 1st down. Still on his feet down to the 20-yard line. He gets that other foot underneath him. Look out.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. Now, Mazur gets away with making a move crossing a defender's face if you watch it here, but he's athletic enough to pull it off. Nicholson allowed him to play across. See, that's one of those deals where that guy is better than my free guy. Just a faster, better athlete. You typically don't get away with that. He almost comes out of the back end of this. That's the balance drill we try to teach our backs over there at Omaha North. Hand down, ball up.
1st and 10, now Mazur to the air, got a man, and connected complete to Travis Kennedy.
Travis Kennedy is the small one. He's listed at 6'6". Boy, size does matter. Wow. These guys are rangy. Look at this, backside, delivered. 6'4", 6'5", 6'6".
Wow. Inside 1:20 to go here before half. Maryland I. Mazur with the toss outside to Brugger. Brugger's got room, got the corner. Brugger got the touchdown.
I'll tell you what Brugger does have, and that's wheels. They looked like they were going to set the edge, and he said, no, sir. Hand me the baton, stick, downhill, 6 points. Score you later. Tell you, conceptually, that's just tough. Look at this, Maryland High. Watch, you know, they look like they're going to set the edge. Bad angle right there by Jacob Tehan. Got to play with some leverage. Give yourself up. He's probably like, easy for you to say. You didn't see number 35 coming at me.
The extra point try is no good, but not before Bruger scores the touchdown and makes it 34-7. There's a look at the PAT.
Ooh, came clean
right
inside.
Through, yep.
Step down. Watch this. Ashland-Greenwood, they've got to be in shock. And you understood what happened to you last year against a bigger, more physical Cozad team who found a way to dominate up front. But I think this one is quite a surprise. Explosive bunch, a lot of athleticism, just haven't been able to get on track. But it starts with the ability to get stops.
So 34-7 here, about 1:07 before halftime. Good opportunity for you to send us your comments about our broadcast here on NET Sports. We'd love to hear what you think about our coverage of the state high school football championships. We certainly love bringing you the coverage of Nebraska's finest teams and 6 state champions being crowned over the 2 days right here on NET. But what are your thoughts about our coverage? We'd love to hear from you. So send us an email at sports@netnebraska.org. One more time, you can send us your comment at sports@netnebraska.org. Touchdown by Joseph Bruger, his 10th touchdown of the season. He has a brother who also played on the team, had a knee injury earlier in the year, Matthew Bruger. They shared responsibilities at that running back spot. Little squib kick along the ground, covered up by Jacob Tehan. Tehan on that, and that's where the Bluejays will set up shop for this likely final drive before the half.
Interesting, state finals thus far between the classes. Here, we're running the risk of our 4th consecutive running clock.
Really unusual.
It is.
Oh, we talked about it off the top of this game. We thought maybe with 2 12-0 teams, is one team that much better today? But so far, Boone Central Newman Grove has been that much better. Pass bobbled. Defenders recover in time. Catch was made by Dawson Grell, but shut down as we're inside 1 minute. A lot coming your way at halftime of this Class C1 state championship game. We'll have all the highlights, first half highlights. We'll also talk cross-country championships. NSAA Assistant Director John Dolliver, he'll be joining us. Go up top, got a man out there. Incomplete. Good coverage by Zach Glidden.
What do you think? Coach Johnson didn't have these guys well scouted. Did you see Backus and Glidden switch sides pre-snap? Backus was guarding Craver one-on-one to the field, and then pre-snap, Glidden comes all the way across the field, puts Backus to the bunch formation, and he looks like the receiver here. Well played.
3rd down and 11 to go. Give up the middle, and that's a clock chewer right there.
That's the risk we talked about.
Yep.
Now, it's a little bit different on the 35-yard line, but you knew Boone Central Newman Grove still had a couple of timeouts.
So now 4th down and 9. The Blue Jays will likely punt it away here. Opportunity for the Cardinals to either get a block or set up the return. And remember who their deep man is on punt return. It's Wyatt Mazur.
Yeah, I like Coach Thompson's composure right there in terms of talking to his troops. Didn't appear to be too rattled.
Go down to the field to Sean.
Guys, I wouldn't be surprised if Boone Central Newman Grove went after this punt. Ashland's had a couple of situations earlier. We saw one almost get blocked, but their long snapper doesn't get it back there very fast. The block is definitely there if they want to go after this, and we've seen it really the last 2 or 3 punts that it's there if they want to go after a punt with a full-out block.
Let's see how many they drop back. Only got one. They've got the wings covered in split punts here.
So back deep is Stilley to punt it away. They will set up the return. Good punt by Stilley. Drives Mazur back to the 20-yard line. But Mazur with the ball in his hand. Mazur's got room. Look out! Mazur still on his feet. Inside the 40-yard line with 7 seconds to go. What a return by Mazur.
Yeah,
42 yards.
You mentioned a good punt, but much like you on your wedding day, you outkicked your coverage and gave Mazur a shot at this one. Just too much space in the return game. Too much green for a back that talented. What's the matter over there, buddy?
Hey, check that one off too. That was good. I like that one. Proud to say.
Too much real estate for that young man.
7 seconds to go. 34-7. Mazur to throw.
Wheel route.
Back across the field, tipped in the air and incomplete, and that will do it for the first half of play. But what a first half it was for the Cardinals of Boone Central and Newman Grove. Sean getting ready to chat with Arnie Johnson. They're on top 34-7. Mazur 7 for 10, 71 yards through the air, but more impressive, 211 yards on the ground in the first half for Mazur. Down to Sean.
Johnson, you guys had everything go your way this first half. How did you like the way your team came out and responded here in this championship setting?
That was a great way to come out, huh? It's always nice to get way ahead, but we've got some kids on offense that can make plays, and we're trying to figure some things out on defense. And we've got a second half to play, but obviously it's looking pretty good now, but hopefully we can keep making big plays. It's a little bit harder right now. They're starting to stop some of our better plays, so maybe we have to go to plan B.
With Wyatt Mazur, when you get him the ball, how much stress has that caused defenses you faced all year? Because we're seeing it here on just about every time he touches it.
I was hoping that he would get to come down to Lincoln so more people would be able to get to see him, because he is one fantastic player.
Well, Coach, best of luck in the second half. You don't have to really say too much to your guys here with this 34-7 lead.
Hey, this is the last time I'm coaching. I'm going to say a whole bunch.
Well, hey, thanks a lot, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Arnie Johnson, always a great interview. Thanks, Sean, and thanks, Arnie, for giving us a few minutes here before halftime. Boone Central Newman Grove leading it at half, 34-7.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Coverage of the 2014 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, Education Quest, the Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. Newman Grove with a commanding lead over Ashland-Greenwood at the half, 34-7. I am joined by NSAA Assistant Director John Dolliver. We've talked fall championships throughout the state high school football championships. So we've talked softball and tennis and golf and volleyball. Time now to turn our attention to cross country. So tell me about the cross country state championships this year, John.
Yeah, we had a great year again. Kearney hosted it for us. They do a tremendous job. Open their arms up to our fans and our competitors when they come out there. It's always a pleasure working with Rich Broderson and UNK. They just do a tremendous job of hosting it out there for us, and we had another great year. You know, the weather was a little warmer this year than normal, and we had pretty mild fall. And then when we get to the championships, it got pretty warm on us. But overall, it was a great event out there, and just thankful to the people out in Kearney that opened their arms to us.
Warm weather, great for you guys, not always for the runners, though. I know Kearney's been hosting this. You talked about the hospitality, but Kearney has been hosting this since 1972. So obviously they're doing something right.
Yeah, they are, and they know the routine when we go out there, and they do. Every year it seems like it gets better and better, and they've got it down pat. We have a lot of the same people that help out, volunteer their time year after year, and makes for a great championship and experience for our kids when they're out there running.
Seeing some of the competition and the action here. Class A switched things up a little bit this year in seeding. Tell us about that and how did that go?
Yeah, it went really well. You know, we used to do district seeding based off of enrollment, and they wanted kind of similar to our other sports where we had like a wild card criteria, and they came up with a formula of average times, and we seeded it. We actually ran at two different sites for districts instead of 4, and it seemed to work out pretty well this year. Again, it was a membership-driven proposal, and if something needed to be changed, but I think the coaches and the athletes were happy with the way it happened. We also changed this year. 5,000 meters has been something that our girls have run, we were pleased with the numbers. We were a little worried at first at what that might do to our competitor numbers, but overall, we actually increased in female runners this year, and so that's something we'll continue to monitor. But again, another change, but it was well received.
So the consistency of the location and Kearney hosting and the great folks out there, in addition to a few tweaks and changes, overall a big success?
Absolutely it was. The cross country is a growing sport. It's popular, big schools and small schools, and we continue to add more and more teams across the state, and I don't see that changing in the future.
Let's quickly take a look at the results of this year's girls cross-country championships. In Class A, it was Papillion La Vista winning the state championship. In Class B, you see Pius X. Boone Central Newman Grove, not only here in this Class C2 state championship, but also winning the Class C girls cross-country title. And Crofton in Class D. That was on the girls' side. On the boys' side in Class A, it was the Junior Jays of Creighton Prep winning it. Scotts Bluff in Class B. In Class C, it was Milford. In Class D, it was Nebraska Christian. I know you're also in charge and responsible for the high school basketball, NSAA basketball championships, and you had a big move last year moving into the new Pinnacle Bank Arena. Talk about that transition and how did things go last year?
It was exciting to move into Pinnacle Bank Arena and the newly renovated Bob Devaney Sports Center. It was a great job by the community of Lincoln, Pinnacle Bank, and the Devaney Center. It went as well as we could have hoped. Obviously there are always things that we'll look back on and try to do better, but I think overall the kids that got to participate there and, the University of Nebraska with the success they're having in that arena, it's just exciting for the kids to have the opportunity to use the top-notch facilities that are available to them.
And of course, NET broadcasting the championships last year, and it really did seem like even throughout the week there was a renewed sense of energy around these championships.
Yeah, and I can only attribute that to just the excitement of moving into Pinnacle Bank Arena. You know, those facilities are some of the best in the country, and our high school kids, you know, they get to participate in those, and it's just an exciting thing for them. You know, it's where the Huskers play, and you know, you can't take that away from those kids when they get that opportunity to play in those arenas.
So you handle cross country, the boys and girls state basketball championships, and then, oh, by the way, the officials as well. So you're the supervisor of officials. Tell me some of the challenges you face there in finding officials, and what if somebody's interested in becoming an official?
Yeah, you know, we started a statewide association a couple years ago, and we've involved every sport within that association. One of our challenges is recruiting new officials, and you know, we have some areas of need. You know, we have wrestling, soccer, baseball. We're always looking for people to volleyball. We're always looking for people to join and become an official. And one of the things we ask our athletic directors is, you know, if you know somebody in your community that has an interest in a sport, you know, encourage them to become an official. I don't think a lot of people think about that all the time. They may like football, they may like basketball, they may like volleyball, but they don't know how to be involved. They want to be a volunteer coach, but the school doesn't let them do that. You know, it's a good way to get involved in the sport that you love. And you can contact our office or visit the NSAA website, nsaahome.org. And there's a button on there on how to become a registered NSAA official, and we'll welcome anybody anytime.
We appreciate you saying that, and also I want to thank you at 6'7". I appreciate you sitting down for this interview. Thanks very much. We are at halftime. That's John Dolliver, the assistant director of the NSAA. Halftime of the C1 state championship game. Boone Central, Newman Grove in control.
High school's almost over. What's next? I mean, what are my choices? I want to find something I love.
Natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together, we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Back at Memorial Stadium, halftime of this Class C2 state championship game. The Cardinals leading the Bluejays 34-7, and we can only call it a bit of a surprise. Both teams coming in undefeated at 12-0 on the season, but the Bluejays had some success, second or third drive with Nicholson, and that's about it after this drive.
Yeah, good back right here. You know, it'll be interesting to see the route that Coach Thompson takes. Do you continue to try to feature him, or do you get caught up doing this? You know, you're turning guys loose, trying to make plays in the passing game, and then you get the ball back in this guy's hands, and he has been an absolute nightmare if you're an Ashland-Greenwood fan, but a nice little, pretty dreamy if you find yourself being a fan of Boone Central Newman Grove.
And this was that 45-yard punt return late in the first half, and so here are the numbers, and yeah, wow. 2 turnovers were big for Ashland-Greenwood, but just the numbers really favoring the Cardinals.
Look at the YPCs.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you need to know. And I understand points off turnovers.
Yeah.
The 13 is a big number, but you can't be giving up more than a first down per touch.
Yeah. So we are at halftime. When we come back, the Cardinals back at it in the C1 championship game.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Hello, I'm Dave Hughes, inviting you to join the NET Sports Partners Club. With your support, NET brings you hundreds of hours of collegiate and high school sports action each year, and members have access to behind-the-scenes information and special events available to NET Sports Partners. So call us now at 800-989-8236 or online at netnebraska.org. NET is Nebraska's home for sports, and sports partners like you make it happen. Thank you.
Coverage of the 2014 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, Education Quest, the Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. Back at Memorial Stadium, getting ready for second half action. Sean Callahan is down in the field with Coach Thompson.
Hey, Coach Thompson, just after you guys talk to your guys, what do you tell them? How do you slow down a guy like Wyatt Mazier here in the second half?
Well, he's an exceptional athlete, and we knew what we were getting into. He's a handful, but, we're having a lot of breakdowns in certain positions. We're not setting the edge well, and we're not flowing, but we just got to get back to doing what got us here, and we're going to claw and fight. We talked about small goals. We talked about setting a goal right here out of the halftime, achieve that goal, and then we'll go on to another goal. So we got 24 minutes. We're down here for 24 minutes, so we're going to make the best of it here.
You had some success with the no huddle going there early on that one drive. How important is it that you guys try to find that tempo again with your offense?
Oh, that's what we do all the time, and the big thing is we're killing ourselves, shooting ourselves on certain things. So, give credit to Boone Central. They're playing well, but we're not playing up to our fullest potential. You can't have breakdowns against their team. So we're going to get back together, be a family here, and achieve some goals and see if we can claw back into this thing.
Hey, Coach, best of luck here in the second half.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks very much, Sean, and thanks to Coach Ryan Thompson for spending just a few minutes with us before we kick off second half action, and I like the approach to small goals.
I like his delivery. I liked his sideline demeanor. You can tell why the kids in the program thrives under his leadership. And I tell you what, you got to start with getting a stop here.
Yeah.
And then you can start to talk about how to chip away at this thing. But until you can bring that 11.9 per play down to a manageable number, you are going to be on the upside.
So we are in the C1 State Championship coming up later this evening at 7 o'clock right here on NET1. The Class B State Championship, the Antlers of Elkhorn at 10-2 take on the Skyhawks of Scott Catholic, also coming in at 10-2. These two teams squared off late in the year. It was Scott winning a terrific game in that one, 24-21. So maybe we're hoping, Damon, this trend we have going on in routes in state championship games can turn around a little bit tonight with Elkhorn and Scott Catholic.
Yeah, two teams that are extremely well coached. Mark Wortman, my old Shrine Bowl coach, and Coach Matt Turman and his staff. Two programs used to having some success.
Absolutely. We talked about it earlier. We have 4 state championship games already in the books. The first game yesterday on Monday morning was about the best game we had, and that was still a 3-touchdown game, but tight early. And then the last 3 games, we had a running clock, which means one team getting up by 35 or more points forces that running clock. And so they've all been, they've essentially the outcome has been known before midway through the 3rd quarter. So hoping we can turn things around. And here's a look at what's happened to date. It was at Anselmo Myrna, 2-touchdown win for Exeter Milligan, 40-26, although it was close into the beginning of the 4th quarter, and Exeter Milligan really turned it around with 3 4th quarter touchdowns. But the other 3 games, the championships, a little squib kick short. Motion back to Missouri, who will pick it up and get out past the 35 to the 38-yard line. 11-yard return for Missouri.
See what happens from a scheme standpoint right now if you're Ashland. You might have to, you like too high on defense, but you might have to bring a guy down into the box against this big boy running football team.
So first possession of the second half for the Cardinals. Missouri will keep it. Goes to left, ball on the ground. And right away, a possible turnover by the Cardinals. Let's see as they unpile it who got on top of it. And boy, they are clawing and fighting underneath. And the Blue Jays have come away with it. Exactly what Ashland-Greenwood needed.
And they did it, stopping a play that they have struggled with for the first half, and that's quarterback counter. Boy, that's how you teach it right there. Helmet on the football, go play football.
And there was some clawing going on underneath that pile.
Yeah, the bottom of the pile is an awful place to be.
You're not kidding. First down and 10. First possession for the Blue Jays in Cardinal territory. They give to Schuster, and Schuster leans forward and a gain of 4. By the Blue Jay fullback.
I think you still have plenty of time to continue to try to establish him, because you have to keep the integrity of the middle of that offensive line, and you do that with fullback run game.
So let's see what Bryce Kudamelka and team can get going here. Look at Ryan Thompson, 7th-year head coach for the Blue Jays. Nicholson with the carry. Another 4-yard gain. That'll bring up a 3rd down and about 2 yards for Ashland-Greenwood.
That's a heck of a play by Missouri. That looked real good on paper, especially the early designs that. You had the nice puller coming around free. You had the wrapper and the kicker. Nice open field tackle right there by Missouri.
Fisher, the lead blocker for Nicholson, as he leans inside the 30-yard line down to the 29, and that will be enough for a 1st down.
Remember last year, kind of late in the 3rd, when I believe it was Ashland-Greenwood kind of made a run. They got 3 scores and kind of showed some signs of life. They're capable.
So 2 turnovers already for the Blue Jays have led to 13 Cardinals points. Blue Jays trying to turn the table here, getting the early turnover in the 3rd. The keeper by Kudamelka, and Kudamelka turns the corner, and then he fumbles after a 12-yard gain.
I didn't see a beanbag. Yeah, if you don't see that beanbag come out, there's no sense in lobbying.
Another look on the carry by Kudamelka.
Ooh, I don't know.
Very close, huh?
Yeah. Look at that replay. Oh, that's bang, bang with the knee and the ball coming out.
So Kudamelka keeps it himself, option left. Gets it out to Nicholson, and a great tackle out on the edge by Glidden, a loss of 3.
Yeah, right now, I know Missouri has been great, and he has, but the difference with this defense, I know Jansen's been outstanding, but these guys run fitting outside the numbers has been outstanding. These corners do more than just cover. They're big and they're rangy, and it has bothered what Ashland-Greenwood has been able to do on the perimeter.
Second down, 13.
I believe Craven has been held. Does he have a catch?
I don't believe he does. We've targeted him a couple of times. Might have had a timeout maybe before. Yep. Blue Jays take the timeout on the 2nd and 13 play. Well, if you're looking for a perfect holiday gift, or maybe you're just wanting something for yourself, NAT can help you either way with our new online NET holiday auction. Visit auction.netnebraska.org for one-of-a-kind gift items like Husker and Creighton sports memorabilia. The online auction ends tomorrow, so help support NET and bid online at auction.netnebraska.org.
Goes without saying, but a huge drive right now if you're a Blue Jays fan. Gotta find a way to get some points here. I still like Tripp's run game back to the open side. It would be to the boundary.
Empty backfield, quick toss out to Nicholson. Nicholson spins through a couple of tackles inside the 15-yard line. Gain of 5 for Nicholson. That will bring up 3rd down and 7.
Good football player right there, Mr. Nicholson.
An important 3rd down here. Schuster in there at fullback. Ball on the turf, picked back up. Fumbled it, got it back, and leans forward down to the 5, a gain of 9 yards. That's enough for a 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Blue Jays.
Again, once that back is past your front foot as a quarterback, that is an official pull. I think Schuster wanted that one. Once you get out of that front foot, though, you got to go ahead and give it the old run by. Oh, that bounce.
Yeah, fortuitous.
Think you could do that?
I can't dribble a basketball, let alone get a football to bounce off. The toss outside, Nicholson turns it up, got a lane, in there for the touchdown. Ashland-Greenwood, first drive of the 2nd half, and they respond.
Started with the turnover. Well, and they've done it on the ground. Their successful drives have been when number 34 has touched the football. The more he's touched it, the better things have happened for this Blue Jay offense. It's Schuster throwing his body around, throwing caution to the wind, loses a helmet.
In there for the PAT. Stilley knocks it through. 8-play, 40-yard drive, chewed up 3:23 of the clock, 8:27 to go. So 1 play in the turnover for the Cardinals, and it leads to that 8-play, 40-yard touchdown drive for the Blue Jays. Let's go down to the field to Sean.
And Larry and Damon, Coach Thompson, as we talked about, said small victories. They first cause Mazur, a guy that has not made a mistake, to get a fumble. Then they force an actual turnover. Then they get their best drive of the game. This is exactly what Ashland-Greenwood needed to do. They needed to kind of get their composure, calm down, and know that there's still a whole half of football left to go. And they couldn't have started the 2nd half off any better after what we saw here in the first 24 minutes.
That's a great point, Sean. You heard him say small goals. We have a goal coming out of the locker room. Let's knock that goal down and go get the next one. I got to believe that they just checked one of the boxes there.
He said, we're going to stay together as a family. It's what we do. It's who we are. I like that. It instills belief because it instills trust. If you got trust, you can do just about anything.
Is that directed at me?
Oh, no, I trust you. I wouldn't say yes to working with you if I didn't.
Little squib kick. Oh, good grab by Glidden. Glidden on the return. Past the 35 to the 40. Glidden dropped down at the 40-yard line after a return of 17 yards, and that's where the Cardinals will start their second possession of this second half.
I know Glidden makes paint, but do they make tape?
That was Stickum or something, right?
Goodness.
Yeah. Picked that out of the air. Little Odell Beckham Jr. action.
Oh, how about that?
Oh, my goodness. The fake, Missoula rolls to his right, looks downfield, fires across the middle, got his man. Running in the open, bounces off a couple of tacklers inside the 25-yard line of the catch by Glidden. 36 yards on the reception.
Hey, you remember who my X factor was when the game first started? Be that guy right there. Tough matchup outside the numbers. He was open early on the post. He's on the backside. He throws the big mid up and he says, hey, I'm open. How about that throw?
Wow. You're seeing just how difficult this offense is to defend. Arnie Johnson said right before the half, maybe we'll just go to plan B.
And he was real matter of fact about it as well. Well, they're starting to stop some of our better plays, so maybe we'll go to plan B.
That's not a bad plan B. Missoula plan A, he's still on his feet. Carry for 10 yards, make it 11.
You get the sense that anytime number 20 is in any sort of plan you've got going, it's probably a good one. That's just good old-fashioned quarterback sweep.
The Cardinals really just trying to erase any doubt that maybe they were going to let the Blue Jays back into this one. So Brugger in the backfield along. And a flag on the play.
Dead ball, legal substitution, offense. Still first down.
So that'll back him up 5 yards. First down and 15 now from the 19-yard line.
Had a lot of success out of this formation with split backs out of the gun.
Not sure who had that. I think both of them carried up into the hole. Missoula ended up with it.
Yeah, he's just a magician with the football. He held that thing as long as he could to get something to declare, and he said, I got this. And Brugger's thinking to himself, yeah, I've got it too.
Gain of 4. Bring up second down and 11. Ball on the 15-yard line. Missoula under pressure again, a lot of pressure, and brought down from behind. Ryan Schuster with the sack and a 3-yard loss for Schuster.
Came on a little stunt, watch him come A-gap, shakes the guard.
So the loss of 3 backs him up, third down and 15. Blue Jays not going away here yet. Feels like 4 down territory, so maybe try to get some of this back and make it manageable. Missoula on the screen into the middle, picked off. Intercepted. Britt Cottrell, the sophomore, with the pick.
Look how about the old school hip pads and the flowing locks? Operation throwback.
Quite a ball player right there.
But how about the one-hander? Yeah, you're not expecting your bigs to make that kind of play. I see what Missoula saw. He's like, get it over his head, and I've got something working. That's a good job of retracing your steps, too, as a big. Once you feel screen game, retrace and get back.
Little momentum shift here for the Blue Jays. Good tackle defensively. Michael Lipker, getting some looks from D1 schools. 70 tackles on the year, 2.5 sacks.
Got a good frame.
It's a gain of 1 on the play. Let's go down to Sean on the field.
Saw Brett Cottrell make that interception. The name really synonymous with Ashland football. His father, Barry Cottrell, was once the former head coach, also a former Husker player. His older brother, Bo Cottrell, also played fullback last year on that team that got beat. Now a Husker walk-on in the program here in Lincoln. So a family deep-rooted to Nebraska football and Ashland-Greenwood football is the Cottrells.
Yeah, he's just a sophomore and a good-looking one. Great size, too. It's 6'2", 245 pounds. Under pressure and dropped. Jacob Krings with the sack and a loss of 6 yards.
Yeah, just a couple of those that I think Kudemelka would like to have back. Either throw the football away or run with it. Once on the turnover when he fumbled, he had the wheel route that came open. Didn't like the pressure. Now you just got to put it away or throw it away.
A loss of 6 brings up 3rd down and 15. Goes back to the air, got his man. Washburn with the grab and a 1st down on 3rd and 15. A big play, 20-yard gain.
Well, I tell you, that was well done too. They showed you a little potential reverse, and then they get one-on-one out of the slot. Washburn has been the money man today. We haven't heard much from Craven. It has been Washburn in the passing game. Great catch right there.
So a big play on 3rd down for Ashland-Greenwood. Option outside. Lost it out of bounds.
In my opinion, that ought to be some of their staple. That play has been there with the little belly option. Every time they've ran it, they've had good success with it. Now they put that one on the carpet, but a good pitch and catch, and they're out there dealing on the edge.
Second down and 7 after the gain of 3. They keep again by Kudemelka. Looks for the corner. Doesn't quite get it, but a good gain by Kudemelka.
See, it's there. And they did that. They ran that and executed it without a pitchback. Oh, that's Schuster.
Schuster's down on the field.
Ooh.
Yeah. Right on the knee. He's up trying to walk that off.
You know, if he's hobbling, he's hurt. Where you really feel that loss is in the middle of your defense. He kind of quarterbacks that deal.
Schuster is helped off the field. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. And nothing there. Stacked them up right at the line to get, which was the 48-yard line.
It's going to be about 4th down and maybe the length of the ball.
Say it's
at least half a ball. It's about half a football. I don't see well, but
they got it.
You like that spot?
I think they got it. They'll trot that out there.
They got it.
Just by the nose. Good spot there too. First down and 10, ball in the 48.
You talk about clutch and small victories. How about Ashland-Greenwood, 4 of 4 on third downs in this third quarter.
Trips to the right. Now in motion goes Nicholson. Across to Washburn, a bit too tall for Washburn. Couldn't bring it down. Been impressed, though, with the play of Corey Washburn.
Yeah, it puts a lot of stress on your number 2 defender. If he doesn't go with that wide receiver, he obviously comes open. If he sits, then you can run the option. Well-conceived play design if you can time it right.
Second down and 10. Give to the fullback. Gain of 4 yards by Walker Fisher in there for Ryan Schuster, who was injured. In fact, let's go down to the field and check on Schuster's condition.
Guys are still taking a look at Ryan Schuster, but they just took his shoe off, and his mother came down and asked what the injury was, and Ryan Schuster shouted out ankle. So he's obviously twisted that ankle. It looks like he's in a lot of pain. They've been moving it around and asking how it hurts, and right now it looks like he's in a lot of pain, but I think they're going to try to tape it up here and give it a go. So we'll find out if he's able to get back in this game or not.
Third down and 5. Nicholson breaks a tackle, leads into it, past the first, and a first down for the Blue Jays.
And
gain of 7.
Third down conversion. 5 of 5 in the third quarter. Now, typically, you're not going to win very many games if a defense is giving up those kind of statistics, but considering you're playing with the lead, they're not hurting you near as much yet.
Right. On the toss. 3-yard gain for Nicholson.
You talk about leaky yardage.
Yeah.
You thought as a defense, you're thinking, okay, you know,
no gain.
2nd and 9, no gain.
Yep.
He falls forward for a healthy 3.
This the 11th. That was the 11th play of the drive. This is.
How about the patience by Ashland-Greenwood? Not in a hurry. Yep. Still methodical.
So back down on the sideline with more on Schuster. Here's
offense. 5-yard penalty.
Sean
we play
Callahan.
second down.
Anytime that ice comes out, as Damon knows, that's usually not a good sign that we're probably not going to see Schuster back in this game.
Well, he's quite a competitor, too. I can guarantee you he wants no parts of those cameras.
Second down and 12 after the penalty. Under pressure and drop for a sack, Jacob Krings.
Starting to assert himself in the second half, isn't he? Third time we called his name. They might want to scrap 54-57
right.
Bruin.
That's right.
Microphone's picking that up out there on the field. Oh, cut block. Hey, I tell you what, when you go jump protection or you're going to short set in a quick game, you don't have time to pump. 1, 2, 3, get rid of it.
So the sack and a loss of 5 brings up third down and 17.
Is this where you take a look at Mr. Craven?
They go that way. Incomplete.
He's craving a catch, I can tell you that. He hadn't had a whole lot of targets, and he can be dangerous. They have done a good job not letting the deuce get loose. Looked like he maybe lost this one a little bit. But how about the strength by Missouri? Just put a hand on him and lean a little bit.
So fourth down, and on comes Stilley to punt it away.
It's the best case scenario too if you're Boone Central. A lot of time was chewed up with no real damage.
Yep. 1 minute to go here, third quarter action. Been a quick third quarter.
5 minutes that yielded a punt.
Mazur has it at the 18. Mazur down the far sideline. Mazur is going to go. Look at Mazur for the touchdown on the punt return. 84 yards for Mazur.
I know that puts him on 50 total touchdowns in the season. He came in with 23 apiece running passes. We take a look at the replay here. So you can't lose contain right there. And then the balance, the tightrope act. Then he gets the convoy, nothing but red. Look at Brugger, I got this. Can't have those kind of returns without folks helping you downfield. He had the red convoy. You talk about Operation Momentum Killer. The 84-yard beauty by Mazur, who has by far and away been the best player on the field today.
The PAT is away, and it is good by Kyle Kramer. And that will extend the lead, as you might expect to cramp up a little bit after a run like that. One more look at it. He took it at the 16, and 84 yards later, it is 6.
His vision is something else.
So 15 carries, 223 yards, and an 84-yard punt return for a touchdown.
And he had a 48-yarder earlier.
Right.
We so fondly remembered your wedding day.
That's right. So 41 seconds to go here in this third quarter of play. Cardinals have opened it back up 41-14. Got some decisions on where he's going to play next year. Mazur.
Certainly not the barber. I'm 40 years old and I can't grow a lick of hair. He's probably a shade over 18 and he can't keep it contained. I'm not mad at you though.
So Kramer now in there to kick it away. Back deep for Ashland-Greenwood. Grell and Washburn. This will go to Grell. He'll take it at about the 2. Grell still on his feet. Returns out to the 26-yard line. A return of 24. A good return by Dawson Grell, the 5'8" junior. Back out there is this Blue Jay offense now, led by Kudemelka, Nicholson.
Now you can't afford to be as patient. Trying to cut it to 2 scores is a big difference than trying to cut it to 3.
Quick out, caught by Washburn. Gain of 8 yards, make it 7 for Washburn. Second down and 3. That play's been there most of the afternoon.
Yeah, it has. It again, it's kind of just based on how Newman Grove, or excuse me, yes, Boone County Newman Grove likes to get lined up.
Keep by Kudemelka. Grinds his way past the 38 to the 39, a gain of 5 yards. That's enough for a first down. And that will likely be the last play of this third quarter.
I'm trying to do the math in my head. I believe Mazur has over 500 yards total offense.
Oh my.
All purpose. If you're counting kick returns, punt returns, and rushing the football and throwing the football, I believe he has accounted for over 500 yards all purpose.
Well, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to let Mr. Benning do his math, and he'll come back and tell us if indeed Mr. Mazur has racked up 500 total yards offense when we come back.
High school's almost over. Now what? I wish I knew what to do. or even what I can do. I know I want something more, something I can be proud of. So, how do I get there?
Take the next step with Education Quest College Planning Services by visiting educationquest.org.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association, providing opportunities in over 25 activities in 304 high schools across the state of Nebraska. We are the other half of education.
Back here at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. Class C1 state championship between Boone Central Newman Grove, the Cardinals, and the Bluejays of Ashland-Greenwood.
Just relaced my shoes, counting fingers and toes.
Good work.
Missouri at 464 all-purpose yards.
That is pretty incredible. Give to Nicholson, has it stripped away on his feet. And rumbling in for the touchdown. Keaton Henry just stole it right away. A 42-yard return and 6.
Boy, have we not seen turnovers be the undoing? Wow. It's what we call a takeaway. Give it here. Oh, 6'2", 220, lumbering. He's a good-looking athlete.
Mm-hmm. No good on the point after attempt. So a 33-point Cardinal lead. One more look here, just reached in there and pulled it away.
Well, that's literal. A lot of times when we're teaching tackling, we say bite the ball. Well, he put his face right on it.
Well, there's some truth to that right there.
Games, what I tell you, isn't it?
Yes. Really surprising. This has been a surprising couple of days here of state championship football.
I would agree. When it's gone bad, it's been awful. But you would think coming into this thing, a couple of evenly... I thought both games today, on paper, were pretty evenly matched. It hasn't been that way. I mean, anytime you go a -8 in turnovers like we saw in our first game, you're going to struggle.
A look again at the results to this point. The first 4 state high school championships. Exeter Milligan won it by 2 touchdowns in a game that was close into the fourth quarter, and then Exeter Milligan really pulled away with 3 fourth quarter touchdowns. Hemingford, that was never really a battle as Hemingford controlled it from the start and looked impressive in doing so. Omaha North last night, Damon Binning, your team, the team you helped coach as an assistant, winning a 2nd consecutive state championship. That was a fun one to be on the sideline for, I'm sure.
Yeah, those last 3 games have combined 133-14.
Wow. And right now it's 47-14 in this one.
That would be 180-28 if you're counting at home.
Return by Grell out to the 30-yard line. A 20-yard return.
Seems like everybody that gets a spotlight, we say, oh, you know what, that's a good player. I think we've just come to the consensus that Boone Central Newman Grove has a lot of good football players.
Yeah. Yep. Good looking team. Not a bad final game for Arnie Johnson, huh?
No, not at all.
Arnie's 27 years at Boone Central Newman Grove, 8 years at Howells before that. Just been a terrific guy to talk with and deal with throughout the years of these state championships. And I was working in Sioux City, Iowa when Arnie first took over that head coaching job at Boone Central and covered Arnie. Always willing to take some time out to chat.
Yeah, real personable.
Very, very personable.
He was super at the Shrine Bowl.
Nicholson tried to get the corner. Once again, Brent Jansen there.
Well, he's been everywhere. He's just going sideline to sideline, is Mr. Jansen.
Bruger right with him.
The Bruger can run. Sneaky fast.
Yep.
For a short strider, he covers a lot of ground.
Ben Stilley split wide left. Toss back to Nicholson, who steps through one tackle. And enough for the first down. Out to the 44-yard line. Cardinals fans.
Yeah, winning has a way of keeping you warm.
That's right. Quick toss out to Washburn. Washburn with a gain of 7.
Content to just give that up. Rally and make tackles. You're up a good amount, not going to hurt you yet. Rally and tackle, just not giving up the big play. Got it again to the bottom of the screen if they take it.
Clock continues to roll now inside 10 and a half left in the game. Kudamelka in the gun. Looks to his left. We have trips, comes back across the middle. And a flag comes out late, and it's going to be pass interference called on Bruger, who doesn't necessarily concur.
That's amazing. I am shocked. I picked Glidden on the Boone Central side as my X factor. I liked Craven on Ashland-Greenwood side, and he just cannot shake free. Couldn't see that left arm. Back judge.
Yep, back judge did see it. Yep. Reverse pass going down the near side and picked off. Interception by Kyle Kramer.
6'5".
5th interception of the year for Kramer.
I thought that was the toughest matchup, I think, for Ashland-Greenwood to overcome, was this big rangy secondary. A lot of length. Look at him go get it at it. Look at him just high point it.
Stilley out there was the intended receiver, but double covered. Really nowhere to go with that one. So back on the field are the Cardinals.
Hey, Timmy goes 6. These sizes, they can't be right. Timmy going 6'6". Glidden going 6'5".
Missouri reverses field, and he's got some room. And might have been gone had he gotten outside of his blocker. Yeah, he's a little frustrated with that as well. Gain of 21 on the play.
Puts him at 245 on the day.
And probably just, 14 yards shy of 500 total yards?
Unbelievable.
All-purpose yards?
I'm trying to get confirmation on whether those passing yards count as all-purpose.
Well, in our book, we can make him count, right? Toss back to Brugger.
See, he's what I call a scooter. He's not a real long strider, doesn't have super high knees, but what he can do is pick him up and put him down.
Yeah. Gain of 6 there by Brugger. Let's go down Sean on the field. Nope. Sean's in warming up. So 2nd down and 4. Mazur spins out of there. Brought down by Britt Cottrell after the 5-yard gain.
You can see like so many coaches in college and in high school and even in the NFL now want dual threat guys where, again, you've eliminated a position. A running quarterback eliminates a free safety. He has now become, he's just a safety.
Yeah.
Nothing free about him.
The ball on the 44. 1st down and 10. Here's that Maryland eye look again. Give to the first man through. Carried by Colton Pelster. Pelster with a gain of 4. Let's go back down to the field, see if Sean's available.
Guys, you talk about the length and the size of the Boone Central Newman Grove team. It should have come as a surprise. They're supposed to have a pretty good basketball team this year, too. And take a guess, Damon, who the point guard is for this Newman Grove Boone Central team.
Would it be Mazur?
Yes, sir.
Goodness gracious.
I'd take these 5 guys right now. And
they're huge.
Flag on the play.
Oh, you got to kind of think I'm crazy, LP, when we're talking, and it's early in the game, and I'm saying, you know, I think the length has to be an issue. But when you're doing game prep and you're looking and you're watching, you're thinking, are these size right?
Yeah.
6'6", 6'5", 6'4", 6'6". I mean, the small guys are 6'3".
Legal motion, the offense. That penalty's declined. 3rd down.
So the toss back to Backus, who fell back on it. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Pelster in the backfield, along with Brugger. Back to throw. Got a man.
It's a great route right there.
Glidden for the 1st down. When they've had to throw it, he's been very effective.
And he throws it on time right out of his break. He snapped him off on the little out route. Get him climb his toes. Snapped him off. It's on time. Only place this guy can make a play. That's impressive.
Nine of 13. Wyatt Mazur through the air. Toss back to Backus. Damian Backus, the junior running back, with a gain of 4 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 6, and this is a very methodical drive for Boone Central Newman Grove, just chewing up that clock. Inside 7 minutes to go now, David.
With each snap that offense takes, the temp for the defense just drops 5 degrees.
Asta Brugger, he's got room. Brugger with the gain of 12. Inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. Really having their way right now.
They are. Just good old-fashioned toss. Student body right, student body left. Maryland eye right about now is fancy.
See what you did there. Backus in the backfield. Mazur gives to Backus. Backus fumbles it.
Just good old-fashioned tag out of 22 personnel as Boone Central gets it back. And the ball's just bouncing their way. 2 back, 2 tight end, pull the backside guard and tackle. Little lead play, here they come. Get on a hip. I got a wrapper, I've got a kicker. I get downhill, I try to split the difference. Strip right there, but gosh, when you have that many red jerseys getting downfield to second level, it's only fitting somebody's going to be around the ball.
Nate Zweibel was there. 10th play of the drive right here, so they continue to grind away on the ground. Brugger with the carry. 5-yard gain by Brugger. That should be enough for another first down. It was 2nd and 5.
How good are you as an offense when a guy like Brugger gets touches late in the game and he looks like he could be the feature back?
Right.
But you've already got a guy that's gone for 250.
Yep.
And he looks like a feature back. And they found a way to keep that offense of Ashland-Greenwood at bay. And primarily it's been because they haven't had a ton of snaps.
Mazur follows the fullback into the hole. Not much there for Wyatt Mazur. The short gain brings up 2nd down and long. Great afternoon into the evening for that young man right there.
No question.
Mark O'Brien gets the carry. The give to O'Brien, the fullback. A few guys in there now getting an opportunity to tote the rock. O'Brien with the gain of 5.
With the arm brace on, that's those ones that you wear when you get those hyperextended elbows. Maybe coming back off an injury. Now that's a tired unit right there. They tried to play some good sound football, hanging in there. Mr. Cottrell and company. He's just a pup too.
Yes, big one though. Up top, a little hit out in the back to Pelster. Pelster dives in, crosses the goal line, and a touchdown. 11-yard touchdown pass from Mazur to Pelster for the touchdown.
They've shown you the full repertoire. You got play action, you got back out of the backfield. Now they show you a little outside zone. Fullback leaks in the flat. I mean, you've been seeing him lead all game on a 13-play, 88-yard, 6-minute and 7-second drive.
Connor Johnson on for the extra point.
Wow.
I mean, you just don't see that often. A big boy offense against a quality defense.
Right.
And uncharacteristically, unfortunately, I mean, for Ashland-Greenwood and
dead ball, encroachment,
even
defense,
in our Aquinas Catholic game, I think two teams uncharacteristically playing like they haven't for the majority of the season. An opportune time and a poor stage.
So 53-14 is the score. Connor Johnson on to try the PAT. That is up and good.
This is surprising. Ashland-Greenwood, that's a good football team. I like them on film a ton.
Ball had crossed the goal line before it came out. Ulster for the touchdown.
Say it with me, LP. Good football player.
Yes, absolutely. Go, You're referring to the running clock again.
Yeah, this is something else.
It really is. Hey, we have a winner of our trivia question tonight. The question we asked was, what school has won 9 C1 state football championships? Dan Schiefelbein out of Columbus knew the answer was Norfolk Catholic. So Dan Schiefelbein, we are sending a state high school football championship t-shirt your way, size extra large. Congratulations.
Well, sometime, and it's not going to work out as long as I'm coaching in high school. Well, I've got to see a Norfolk Catholic Pierce football game. I just want to be a part of that environment. See something different in a different part of the state.
Been to several of them in that part of the state, and they are good ones. Those cars line the field. Taken at the 10-yard line. Return by Washburn out past the 30. 21-yard return for Washburn. And our clock will continue to run here with the running clock. Cardinals on top by 40. 54-14. Not many people saw this coming. Of course, I'm not sure they saw it coming in.
Not at all.
Not sure we saw it coming in into the other classes either. Well, there were a couple where you had a hunch it could be a big game, but a running clock is really rare to get a running clock, a 35-point differential in a state championship game. Just unique. And there's a ball on the ground again. The fumble will be recovered by the Cardinals. So I don't know if it's apropos or not, but certainly the way the night has gone for the Blue Jays.
A good hustle by Nicholson getting back on that football. He's a tough football player. He's ran the ball well. And he's hustling, gets back on it.
Yep.
Got to be strong down there and willing to. Oh, classy move right here.
There go your seniors walking off. You see Schuster on the far left in crutches. Injured that ankle earlier tonight in the game. And so now an opportunity for some of the underclassmen to get an opportunity here at Memorial Stadium.
Well, I tell you, two quality leaders of these programs, too. I told you about Coach Johnson, and everybody knows his Q rating, the likability factor is high, but I got a ton of respect for Coach Thompson as well. Says the right things, plays the right way.
Now that you're in radio, you can use words like Q rating, huh? Hey, want to remind you, you can purchase a DVD copy of the NSAA Nebraska High School Football Championships for $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Just give us a call if you'd like to order one, 800-868-1868. That's just a quick phone call to get your DVD of this state high school championship. One more time, 800-868-1868. You can also log on the website at netnebraska.org. So now in there at quarterback, Eric Kasuski, 5'10", 175-pound junior on the toss outside. And a good carry there by Ty Groff. So Groff picks up a gain of 7, and we'll try to get some of these numbers to you as we go through the roster right along with you. Tyler Shriver is in there, just a freshman. Shriver, the fullback. Groff gets the carry and hit hard. Whew. Groff was popped there in the backfield. Good hit by Ashland-Greenwood's. Check that again. I think I was looking at the wrong roster there, so I apologize. That was Colt Mangus with the hit. And Austin McWilliams is the running back, so check that. Austin McWilliams in there for Ashland-Greenwood. Will Ronzell is the fullback. Back to throw is Kazuski. Nearly picked off. There with the opportunity was Blaine Kennedy. Wholesale changes as they trot on and off the field on defense.
Right now, if you're Coach Johnson, you got to find a Gatorade cooler.
I don't know. This is your last game as a head coach. You are going out a state champ. You're winning the school's first ever state championship. I think you got to take the bath.
It's 26 degrees.
You got to take the bath.
That right?
You've done the bucket challenge, right?
And it was as miserable then as it would be now.
I certainly hope those guys are finding the bucket over there on the sideline, and they are. It's being brought up right now. Here comes the Gatorade bucket up behind him as play on the field, drop from behind on the carry. And that will about do it as it's inside 10 seconds. The clock ticks down. Big hug from the coaches. And here comes the bucket, and they got him.
Oh, that was textbook.
And that will do it. Ends the game.
Yeah, he got every bit of that. No wasted liquid coming out of that
one. Congratulations to head coach Arnie Johnson in his final game as a head football coach. He's retiring after this, and he goes out a state champ.
Talented football team.
13-0 on the season. They win it 54-14 and take home the school's first state championship. When we come back, we'll have the presentation of medals and trophies right here from Memorial Stadium.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we show that support by contributing to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Nearly $50,000 over the past 2 years alone. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Cheer for your team and be there for all of the excitement. For championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
Are you searching for the perfect unique gift for that person who has everything? Visit auction.netnebraska.org to look, bid, and buy in our first ever holiday auction. The bidding continues through November 25th. You'll see one-of-a-kind sports memorabilia, travel packages, PBS Kids gift packs, concert tickets, and so much more. Support NET and bid online at auction.netnebraska.org.
Coverage of the 2014 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, Education Quest, the Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. The handshake and congratulations from the two head coaches, and Arnie Johnson going out on top as a state champ. I want to remind you, you can purchase a DVD copy of the NSAA High School Football Championships. It's just $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Give us a call, toll free, 800-868-1868, or you can pick it up online, netnebraska.org. Time now for the medal and trophy presentations as the celebration continues on the far sideline. And for that, we head to our public address announcer, Rich Broderson.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The awards presentation will be made by NSAA Executive Director Rhonda Blanford Green. NSAA Board of Directors Nolan Byer from Millard Public Schools, Jay Beller from Battle Creek, and U.S. Bank Representative Jeff McEwen. Here are the awards for Class C1 runner-up, Ashland-Greenwood High School. Will head coach Ryan Thompson and your assistants please present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Race Riken. Number 2, Tyler Craven. Number 3, Ben Stilley. Number 4, Bryce Kudamelka. Number 5, Eric Kosutsky. Number 6, Walker Fisher. Number 7, Corey Washburn. Number 9, Ryan Schuster. Number 10, Gabe Lyons. Number 11, Jason Fox. Number 12, TJ Goody. Number 14, Jacob Tihan. Number 18, Justin McWilliams. Number 19, Michael Jekyll. Number 20, Connor Adams. Number 21, Dodson Grill. Number 22, Austin McWilliams. Number 24, Dylan Green. Number 25, Brody Elliott. Number 31, Chase Dirks. Number 32, Tobias Welling. Number 33, Justin Prosatsky. Number 34, Trevor Nicholson. Number 44, Will Von Renzel. Number 50, Willie Beard. Number 51, Eric Pike. Number 52, Brett Cottrell. Number 54, Colby Schmidt. Number 55, Luke Kraft. Number 56, Halen Day. Number 57, Cole Erland. Number 60, Hayden Wall. Number 63, Colton Yard. Number 65, Lee Watson. Number 66, Alex DeGarmo. Number 74, Colin Reber. Number 75, Skylar Sherman. Number 77, Jack Livers. Number 81, Nick Ayler. Number 82, Clay Allington. Number 85, Devin Jacobs. And number 88, Trevor Buznitz. And now, here is the 2014 Class C1 runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Ashland-Greenwood High School.
Always a fan, all right? We're a fan this year, we'll always be a fan. Fan on three. 1, 2, 3. Bam!
And now, Central Newman Grove High School. First head coach, Arnold Johnson. We have a special award for you. Now, coach, would you and your assistants please present the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Derek Stewart. Number 2, Damian Backus. Number 3, Justin Lee. Number 4, Nathan Gaudier. Number 5, Tanner Schaefer.
Schaefer bend down. Whoa.
Number 6, Scott Kettler.
Hey, Scotty. Nice.
Number 7, Travis Kennedy. Number 8, Evan Strubing.
Evan.
Number 9, Parker Wallin. Number 10, Garrett Timmy.
Whoa, number 10.
Number 11, Joe Roseboom.
Joe Roseboom.
Number 12, Blaine Kennedy.
Blaine Kennedy.
Number 13, Andy King.
Smile, Andy.
Number 14, Kyle Kramer.
You got better. You ready for next year? Hey, big
Number 15, Nolan Wondercheck.
No wonder, Chad.
Number 16, Joel Meyer.
Hey, Joel.
Number 17, Blake Oldus.
Hey, Blake. How we doing?
Number 18, Zach Glidden. Number 19, Garrick Cornwell.
Garrett, good job.
Number 20, Wyatt Mazur. Number 21, Mark O'Brien. Number 22, Ty Groth. Number 23, Dylan Gentrup.
Okay, did you get in there on defense? Yeah. Good.
Number 24, Nicholas Pelster.
Oh, Nick, good job.
Number 24, Isaiah Orverka Haddix.
You look good in the uniform, by golly.
Number 25, Colton Pelster. Number 26, Ryan Thien.
Ryan.
Number 27, Ethan Young. Number 28, Joseph Brugger. Number 30, Levi Kruger.
Hey, did I see a number 30?
Number 31, Jared Sweener.
Do we have another number?
Number 32, Keaton Henry.
Ready to go.
Number 33, Zachary Nissen.
That's the only way you get a touchdown.
Number 35, Stephen Erickman.
Hey, here we go.
Number 36, Dalton Wagner.
Hey, you played a lot more than I thought you would.
Number 38, Colt Mangus.
Hey, Colt. How are you doing?
Number 42, Trey Schaefer.
Tyler.
Number 44, Kyler Shriver. Number 48, Matthew Brugger. Number 50, Tate Zweibel. Number 51, Justin Christensen.
Well, he doesn't get two. He can have two. That's not have two.
Number 52, Jacob Grings.
Good job. Hey, the man.
Number 53, Caden Ranslum.
Good job, man.
Number 54, Noah Widener. Number 56, Caleb Steinbach.
Caleb.
Number 57, David Hansen.
Smile, Dave. It's okay.
Number 58, Matthew Schmitz.
Right there. Nice job, man. Matthew.
Number 60, Kyle Stone.
Kyle Stone, number 60.
Number 61, Brett Jansen. Number 62, Michael Lepker. Number 63, Isaac Sullivan.
Isaac.
Number 64, Brighton Folks.
Hey, Brighton.
Number 69, Connor Johnson.
Good today. Good job, Connor. Connor, did I see
Number
you?
71, Kyle Mock.
All right. Kyle Mock. Did you
Number 73, Joe O'Brien.
Well, Joe.
Number 74, Michael Mersick.
Paid off for all season.
Number 75, Lane Cornwell.
Good in your uniform, Lane Cornwell, man.
Number 77, Brandon Roberg.
Well, big Holbrook.
Number 78, Jesse Sullivan.
See you Monday. Okay. Jess?
Number 79, Robbie Johnson.
Hey, Robbie. Good job,
Number 80, Jacob
Good job.
Hopmessel.
Jacob.
Number 81, Trevor Nissen.
Mr. Nissen.
Number 81, Logan Cole.
Thanks. Well, if it isn't Logan, how are we doing?
Number 82, Mac Nelson.
Well,
Number 83, Cody Nelson.
Hey, Cody.
Number 84, Johnny Case.
Job. You played the state championship. Okay, Johnny, how we doing?
And number 96, Todd Berger.
Did you get out there? Good.
Now presenting the team champion game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance, Vice President of Agencies, Andy Kraus.
Thank you very much.
Your head coach, Arnold Johnson. And now, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2014 Class C1 State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Boone Central Newman Grove High School.
State champs in Class C1, Boone Central Newman Grove, finishing the season at 13-0 and state champs, and they did it in convincing fashion, 54-14. That was an impressive performance by one young man who's maybe one of the best we've seen down here at state in Class C1, and Wyatt Mazur.
Yeah, that was a heck of a performance, and he's playing with a lot of good players too, so that that further lets you know where his skill level is, because he still managed to separate himself among the best of the best.
Good drive back to northeast Nebraska, the Albion area, Newman Grove area, or Boone Central Newman Grove. Let's go down on the field to Sean, who's with a very happy coach.
Coach Arnie Johnson here, 27 years in the making. You got to this game 2 years ago, came up short. You get it done in the finale. Can you talk, I mean, could there be a better ending for you than this right here?
No, it was a fun year. I mean, our kids did a good job, I think, of using something that was kind of negative last year. We didn't play very well our last game, and the good thing about it is that happens in life, and they took advantage of that in a positive way. We worked a little bit harder in the offseason, and it paid off for us this year.
Talk about this young man here, Wyatt Mazur. I mean, you have the weapon that I think everybody, not only in Class C, a lot of coaches around the state, Class A, Class B, would love to have a guy like this.
It took me many years to teach him what he knows today. No, you know, I've just said to a lot of people, I'm so thankful he got to play down here at Lincoln so more people could see him, because he's an electric player. He's fast, he's quick, and he's got that acceleration. So there's no way that teams are ready for him on a week-by-week basis. You could see that in the second half, or maybe later in the game, they were a little bit more used to it. But if you're a half step out of position, he's going to go right by you and be unnoticed. And if he gets in the open field, then I just stand back and say, wow, what's he going to do this time? Because it's really a lot of fun to watch him.
It's all coaching, right?
Yeah, you bet.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the state championship. 27 years at Boone Central Newman Grove. Enjoy retirement.
Thank you, I will.
Now let's bring in the superstar running back here, Wyatt Mazur, running back, quarterback, all-purpose player. How does it feel? 2 years ago, you were a young sophomore in the stadium. You guys came up short to get it done here in the final game for Coach Johnson.
Oh, man, that game really drove us. I mean, the amount of pain that we had from that game, from that year actually, in basketball too, we got runner-up. So we really, from then on, we dug deep and we outworked everyone. You can tell by what paid off. And I mean, in last year too, getting upset by Kozad, we just had that drive even more, and everyone worked hard. The underclassmen, upperclassmen, we all got at each other to get in the weight room, do something, get conditioned, and be ready for the next year, because we knew we had another chance to get at it. And for us seniors, it's amazing being able to get that gold medal finally.
Now for you, a lot of people have been asking, where are you going to school? What are your plans after this season? Because I think obviously you put out the highlight reel here today. I'm sure you're going to get on the email and put the huddle clips out right away from today.
I haven't decided yet, but I got a couple D1 schools looking at me, and got a couple NAIA, some scholarships, but I think I really haven't thought about it yet, because I've been mainly focused on this. And but I'll be playing somewhere, just don't know where yet.
Well, whoever gets you, they're going to get a great player. Congratulations on the state championship. Go celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
All right, thanks very much, Sean. Terrific interview with Wyatt Mazur and also with Arnie Johnson in his final game as a head coach. And those young men right there, a moment they won't forget, huh, Damon?
No, that's it's pretty special.
It's pretty close in your mind,
and
you can speak directly to that.
Yeah, and it's an even bigger deal for the players, I can tell you, as a coach, and those young men deserve it. You know, sometimes, as we talked about, you got to learn what it's like to lose before you know how to win, and they did it with class.
So that will wrap it up. Coming up later this evening right here on NET, our final state championship game of the week. It's Elkhorn taking on Scott for the Class B title. Two teams from the Omaha area that know each other very well. Should be a good one right here at Memorial Stadium. For Sean Callahan and Damon Benning and our entire NET Sports production crew, I'm Larry Putney. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. We'll see you back here tonight in Class B.
Number 21, Mark